This is Mark Schofield from Inside the Pylon with another installment of First Sound. Today we're going to address Baker Mayfield and his ability to anticipate throws. It's one of the questions facing him as he looks forward to a life and a career in the National Football League. Some criticism of Mayfield and his ability to translate to the pro game is whether he can make anticipation throws, because playing in the Big 12, he's thrown to a lot of wide open receivers. There are times when there are receivers running free and all he has to do is make a throw. So you have to look through the tape and see if you can find areas where he can anticipate. He can feel throwing lanes coming open. He can throw receivers open. Can he do that? And I admit to having some question marks as well. I'm going to look at 3 plays from his game against Oklahoma State that show both some of the times where he could have done it better, and then a time where he does what he usually does, which is shut up his critics. This first play comes from midway through the second quarter. 2x2 alignment, vertical route here, hitch route here, Haas concept, hitch seam. Similar hitch route here, only this slot receiver, he's going to run a post using a dino stem, which is part of the play we'll get into. It's a beautiful route which he's going to run. Cover 2 look, and they're going to stay with the 2 high safeties. So pre-snap, Mayfield knows he's going to probably have this post route once the receiver gets inside leverage against this safety. He can work across his face. If he can get that safety to open his hips towards the sideline, you're going to have this throw. This safety is going to have to stay over the top of this hitch, of this seam route, excuse me. Now as we work through the play here, as you can see, he confirms it. Still 2 high safeties. And he opens right to that post route. Now I'm going to slow it down here. There's the dino stem. He's worked outside. And what did we say he needed to do? Get this safety to open and to flip his hips towards the sideline. That's exactly what's done here. Now Mayfield knows this. He's got what he wants. His receiver is going to be able to now get underneath him to that post route using that dino stem, and this is now open. So this ball should be coming out. But watch how Mayfield sort of takes multiple hitch steps and really waits for it to come open. Again, it's open. It's a good play, and as we'll see, he puts in a nice throw, good velocity on it, and it goes for a big gain. But if he throws it quicker, this could be 6. Looking at it full speed, see? Takes those multiple hitches to really wait for the receiver to come open. So you've got him turned. Throw it. Get it out. Don't wait for it. But see how he takes those hitch steps. It allows the defender to recover a little bit. So it's a nitpicky thing, but defenders are going to play this route better. Safeties are going to play that route better in the NFL, so you're going to have to be quicker with it. They're going to close faster. They're going to be better athletes. So he needs to be faster with that throw. It's a great play, but it could have been even better. And that's what we're talking about. When we're trying to decipher, who you should take with the first overall pick, those kinds of decisions, you want them to show greatness. Here's another example of it. 3rd and 7, midway through the 4th quarter. You've got a 3-point lead in your own territory. You need a first down. Motion from the receiver and then an out route past the sticks. That's the route he's going to throw. Ball is snapped. Here's his defender here. This is off coverage. Mayfield's looking at it the whole way. Here he's set. He's breaking. You see the off coverage. Throw it now. Get the ball out. Sets, then resets, then throws. Again, it's a completion. It's a good result, but we have to get into the process. And here, he's just a little bit too late with the decision. He doesn't anticipate it as well as he could have. If he gets this thing out quicker, see, again, right here, he's making the break. You see the off coverage. This is the route you want to throw. Just throw it now. He waits, and then makes it a little bit of a tougher play. Again, it's still a completion, but reviewing this tape, reviewing this play, I think he can throw it quicker. He can anticipate it better. And the other aspect too, by sort of waiting and hitching, he allows pressure to close on him. You know, this gets us to the conundrum of comfort and chaos with Mayfield. You know, it's something I wrote about last year, something I'm working on again with him. There are times when it seems like he just invites things to be harder. He waits or he seeks out chaos rather than just making an early throw with anticipation that would go for a decent enough gain. Again, the result is good, but the process is what I'm concerned with. Now, as I teased, Mayfield's going to shut me up here at the end of it. Another 3rd and long play. 6:36 mark of the fourth quarter. Again, this is the same drive. You're now right near midfield. You need another big play. This is the route he's going to throw. A shallow crosser. Comes out of it. This is what he's looking to throw. You've got basically 3 defenders under here right now. Forget the reads, forget everything else. This is what he's throwing. Now, when is he going to throw it? How is he going to, I'll give you a hint. He completes this and they get a first down. Why? Because he anticipates the throw-in lane and picks the right one and makes a great read and throw. Now, this guy now drops, so he sees that. Now he's got 2 throw-in lanes to pick now. He can throw it here, or he can be a little bit more patient and throw it here. If you throw it here, you've got to really anticipate it perfectly because this guy's going to peel off. So whatever you do, you got to be fast with it. So here's where we are. Those are your 2 throw-in lanes. He doesn't pull the trigger for this one, which is the right decision because this linebacker is closing on it. You can kind of see his back. He's got his back to door number 2. And that's what Mayfield does. See? Don't want to throw it here. That's the tough one. This lane is still pretty big. But the ball is coming out now. See, he anticipates this throw much, much better than the previous 2 examples. And it's good because this guy's starting to close that lane. So you've got to get it out quick. If Mayfield waits for the receiver to really cross, now you're going to bring this defender into the picture. And you could be looking at a breakup, a pick 6, a hospital ball. Like that would be a bad situation. But instead, as we see, Mayfield's pulling the trigger here. Ball's coming out. He's still technically covered, but he throws him open into this lane. And it gets there. This guy takes a bad angle to it, which helps. And now you've got a yak opportunity as well. You know, yards after the catch, anticipation is a big part of it, and that's what we see here. This is a good example of picking the right throw-in lane, anticipating it, and making a good throw. Mayfield does a great job on this play. Again, here's the lanes. This defender comes, sort of a green dog look when he sees the running back settle down to block. There is your 2 throwing lanes, door number 1, door number 2. As you can see, he thinks about it here, makes the wise decision to pull it down because that defender's closing this window. And there's where the ball is already out. He has yet to really cross behind this guy, but he throws him open into door number 2. Ball arrives before he gets there, bad angle, and it's a great throw. You know, and if he's a step late with that, if he's a second later with that throw, that defender is probably there to make a play on the football. So, you know, those are some of the examples of anticipation with Baker Mayfield. I think he could be better with it at times, but in a critical moment, like on that 3rd and 9, he's able to do it. So remember, scout the traits, not the scheme. Just because he's throwing to wide open receivers at times and he can do things a little bit better in the anticipation department doesn't mean that he can't do it. Sometimes you got to go through the tape and really find those examples to make sure you can check that box for a player or not. And some of you may view these throws differently. Again, I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to find out some of them. As always, thanks so much for watching this installment of First Sound. I'm Mark Schofield, reminding you to check out all the installments of First Sound over at youtube.com/InsideThePylon, as well as the work on InsideThePylon.com. Thanks for watching.